Okay, so in my last video I showed you guys, I told you I was gonna find a better replay. Okay, um, in my last video I showed you guys, I told you I was gonna find a better replay, and I mentioned my Chaffee. I had this replay in mind. I just had to find it amongst all my other replays. Um, Now, the match does not begin when the counter hits 0. The match begins as soon as you load in, even on the loading screen. You know what map you're on. You know what tanks you're up against. You can get a general idea of where you could expect certain tanks. Like for instance, light tanks generally go to here. Heavy tanks generally go here. Tank destroyers usually go here. You'll find some tank destroyers here or here. Sometimes you'll find a light tank here, maybe a heavy here. Okay? It's pub matches when standard battles extremely predictable. You just gotta know what to look for. Since we have a lot of mediums and tank destroyers, it's obvious that they're going to be heavy in this area more so than this area here. Now, I have two good players, two Unicum players from Bulba. They've already figured this out. So, while I'm going to go to the center and try to play this area as best as I can to kind of slow him down, Bulba's going to push up, around, and behind him onto Cap. Between me and the Bulba platoon, we're going to win this match. Spoiler alert. But let's just see how I do it and how they do it. Okay, I just take a little time to load in for some odd reason. Okay, so I'm going to go up the center of the map because I can react a lot. I'm paying attention more so what my team's doing at the beginning of the match, and also when I'm lining up. I see a Chaffee. I see most of my team are going north, which is a good thing. I see the two IS-6s going south. That's also a good thing, because they're only going to run into a couple tanks, if that. There was no way I was going to penetrate that lower plate if I hit it. So, it's a good thing I tracked them. Sadly, no one was in position to take advantage of it. Okay, so kind of try to play around this rock and see what I can find. Initially, I'm going to play passively. There's rushing out to die is not a good way to do it. Okay. Oh crap. That's not good. Let's get the hell out of here. I don't want to be stuck in a fight with the SU. And the Chaffee's going to push with them. And now we find a Persian. Okay, so 3 tanks on 1. Our ELC is already dead. Our Panthers in 8.8's not in a position to do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relocate to a position where I could actually defend from. I don't want those tanks pushing into me, so I'm going to fall back and then play at a distance to kind of surgically remove these players. So first thing I'm going to do is take out this Chaffee, because unlike the SU, he can actually relocate and kill me. Okay, so now I'm kind of looking around. I got a Persian to the right and an SU. I'm trying to figure out if I can shoot the SU without getting shot at by the Persian. So what I'm going to try to do is put a building between me and the Persian. That way I could shoot the back of the SU. Unfortunately, the SU did not come out far enough for me to do that. Since the Persian is preoccupied in sniper mode right now, I'm just going to shoot him in the rear. Okay, and because he's running away, I'm just going to keep shooting him in the rear because he's not pointing his barrel my way. Yeah, it was an unfortunate situation. Yeah, in some cases the penetration of this gun leaves a lot to be desired. So now I'm kind of in an oh shit moment. I'm trying to hit that SU's weak spot, but it's just not working. Now I'm kind of trying to keep the ridge between me and the SU. Okay, now the SU does makes a huge mistake. I'm a scout. He's a tank destroyer. I am fast. He's not. so I can easily get behind him and shoot him. If he would have stayed at a distance, he could have let his artillery's dead because, well, our I-6 has got to the enemy base. Crap. Yeah, he's going to regret tracking me later on. So, I'm going to break cover. I'm going to use the house to keep cover between me and the SDA-1 while I move away from him. The idea is, he knows where the low is. Now he doesn't know where I am. Hopefully, the SDA-1 attacks the low, and that'll give me great rear and side shots. Oh, look. He's coming around. Oh, look. He's preoccupied by the low. Oh, look. I have side shots. Or front shots this time. But now he's going to go around. Now I got side shots. So I'm just going to come up and take advantage of that. If I wouldn't have backed up as much, I probably could have gotten a little more shots into him, but oh well. Okay, so now I'm going to break contact again. And now I'm going to relocate, because the low is right in front of me. I want to be on the other side of the... Like, I want him to shoot at the low, and I want rear shots myself. That's the plan. Unfortunately, the low does not see it that way. He comes around to where I'm coming from. So now I have to go around further to hopefully get a shot on this guy. And you notice I'm using auto aim with this guy a lot, and that's just because there's no armor. When you're playing a tank that has low penetration, you want to find those low armor tanks and, you know, just use them. My WZ-111, you'll find that I'm going to be using my sniper mode a lot more often. It's just because I have to face heavy armor tanks. Okay, now he's pointing his barrel my way. I'm getting the hell out of here before he can shoot me. Okay, so Tiger 2 appears. I'm going to start putting shots into him. Because the SDA-1's going to take a little while to get up there, and the artillery takes him out anyways. Okay, so yeah, at this distance, firing APCR with the penetration I have, there's no way I'm going through the side armor of the Tiger 2. Not at the angle I'm firing down on him, and the angle he's at to me. But the turret armor is weaker. So I have a chance of penetrating the turret armor. This is where I become a dummy. Okay, I just fired the last of my APCR. There's no way if I can't penetrate my APCR, there's no way I'm really going to do much of any damage to him using high explosive. And there's a Borsig in play. Borsig has no armor. I could penetrate the Borsig with high explosive. And the IS-6 is trying to cap out. You know, I could just go get the Borsig and let the Tiger 2 kill the artillery, because he's going to kill the artillery anyways. But instead, I fire shot after shot after shot and bounce. Not exactly the smartest thing. So I'm completely out of ammo now. Yay. Tiger 2 has no chance of capping. So I'm just gonna head to the enemy, or to our cap, or to enemy cap, with the I-6 and just cap out. And the 8.8, as you can see in chat, is gonna go, "Why are you shooting HE?" Well, sorry, I'm out of ammo. That's all I had left. I was trying to keep the artillery alive. I could not penetrate any of my freaking shots. So, you know, the cap. And like, why did you shoot HE? Apparently, he's not smart enough to understand what I was saying. Or, you know, why did you use HE? The guy's not a very good player, so I guess I could understand that. But like I said, this is a replay that required me to do a lot more than the T-23-3. As you can see, we got rushed. I had to fall back, take up an advantageous position, and then start, you know, surgically removing their guns from the game. The two I6 players, they did a fantastic job. They don't need me to tell them that. They knew what they're doing, and they got the job done. The rest of my team, they did some of the work, but not much. And honestly, the only useful thing that they were was decoys for me to get shots and do them, and because I need a target for the enemy to shoot at while I shoot at them, and they're good targets. So I guess I can't complain too much. So I hope you found this replay not only entertaining but educational, at least to some extent or another. If you take anything out of this, just be more flexible in your matches. Don't get dead set on, I have to stay on this flank. You can relocate. You actually should be relocating. A good player moves from flank to flank as needed.